2 weeks ago, I turned 41 and signed up for an IRONMAN 70.3 with no formal background in triathlons and no experience training for them. Now, 2 weeks in, I'm realizing the difficulty of the task ahead of me. 2 weeks down, 34 to go. At the beginning of week 1, I weighed 250.9 pounds. At the beginning of week 2, I weighed 249.1 pounds. 1.8 pounds difference in a week, which is a great start. My training schedule is based on 5 days a week, with Mondays and Fridays being my rest days. So in week 2, on Tuesday, I did a 25-minute run of 3 minutes on and 2 minutes off, and did just over 2 miles. On Wednesday, I did an 800-meter swim in 25 minutes. And on Thursday, I did a brick training where I rode for 10 miles for 45 minutes, and then went directly into a 1-mile run. On Friday was a much needed rest day. On Saturday, I went for a long ride, just over an hour, where I did just under 14 miles, and I was very happy with this. On Sunday, I improved yet again in my swim and did 900 meters. Before I started this training, I generally thought the swimming is where I would probably do my best work. And what I've kind of realized in these first 2 weeks and really came into focus the second week is actually, although I'm a decent swimmer, I lack the endurance for long distance swimming. And so this is an area where I'm really going to need to focus and try and improve. Ironically, with that, I assumed that running would be my worst area. Being 250 pounds and running is, it's a big load of belly to run around with. But what I'm finding is actually, because of the way the training is structured with the rest walk scenario in the runs, I'm actually getting through those with moderate strain and good progression. So I'm increasing on that. The bike, I'm actually doing quite a bit better than I thought I would be doing. And so I'm really happy that I'm getting comfortable on the bike. I'm not as sore. I thought sitting on a bike for an hour, my butt would kill, but it hasn't been. So that's been really, really great. One thing I'm also really happy about is on my long ride on Saturday, I was able to get my speed between 18 and 20 miles an hour in some sections of the ride, which is somewhere in the general range where I think my race pace will need to be in order to be successful with this. So it was great to get that feeling of what that would feel like. Although my overall pace wasn't as fast as that, I'm definitely working in the right direction. The other thing that I'm really happy about coming on the back of week 2 is that although it's very early into the progress, I'm seeing improvement even week on week. And as I continue to go through this plan and continue to stick to the plan, making sure that I'm doing the 5 days a week and not missing days here and there and things like that, then I truly believe that my progression is just going to get better and better and better. By being consistent with my training, that's really going to shape my physical capability for being able to finish this half Ironman. With week 2 in the books, week 3 is going to bump up a notch. And every couple weeks, everything's going to get a little bit more intense. The runs are going to get a little bit longer, the bikes are going to get a little bit further, and the swims are going to go even farther. I mean, look, obviously nobody said that this process was going to be easy, but if I stay consistent, stay disciplined, and continue to progress through the training plan, I'm going to put myself in a great position to finish this Ironman. If you're still listening, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with my weekly recaps. Let's get the next week started.